back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. So I am using my cell phone to film. With that being said, today's video, I am back to do the collab video that I do every month on the 10th of every month with some of my YouTube friends. The group was started by Jennifer Miller, who's known on YouTube as Amethyst Winters, myself, Desi from Desi's Corner, and Teresa from Teresa Ann 83. And it's our palette, it's called Palette Collab, I think is the group name. And every month we come on, and sometimes we have a theme, sometimes we don't. And we come on and use a newer palette to us, one that we've only never used or used maybe once or twice. So she wanted us to go ahead and do a St. Patrick's Day look. So we all agreed that we wanted to go ahead and do that. I am wearing a green sweater in honor of it, I guess. Is it honor, you would say? Or and then I'm wearing this cute little headband that I've had for so many years. I got this at Walmart for like $1, maybe even 50 cents. But it just says "Kiss Me" with a little shamrock on it. So I thought that would just be super cute to use in the video today, since it is considered a St. Patrick's Day theme. So I'm going to use this palette. I got this in a Colourpop mystery box recently. This is the Fly Away palette. It looks like this. It's super pretty. I did use it one other time. I tried it one day for work, and it's super pretty. This is the shades. It does remind me, these little palettes, 5-pan palettes, remind me of the mini Natasha Denona palettes. And these are just as good for less money. I think regular retail for this palette on Colourpop is like 10 bucks. So you can't beat it at all, and you get 5 shades. I think it's really good. So I did go ahead and already prime my eyes with the Beauty Crop Stuck on You primer. It's kind of like a paint pot from MAC, if you ever seen those. Looks like that. Very thick consistency. It matches my eyelid very well. And then I went ahead and put the Essence Soft Touch eyeshadow in the one on my eyelid. You can see I'm almost done using that up. Super excited. This is like $2, $1.99 actually. And I'm going to be picking up another one. Unfortunately, my store doesn't carry it. I can't recall if any other stores do. They probably do. I need to check. But I do need to order another one because I use this every time I set my eyes, because it's just a perfect match for my eyelids. So there's that. The rest of my base is mostly done. It's just I need to put highlighter on and then finish up with some mascara, but everything else is pretty much completed. I'm going to start in this shade here. It is called Hover. I'm going to take that with this Morphe M535, and I'm going to just, it does have some kickback. I will say if you dip too hard in them, they will have kickback, but that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. So I do try to go very gently in the shade because I don't want to have a lot of fallout, since of course my base is done. Now if my base wasn't done, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. But I find that their shadows do dust away fairly easy. I will say their glitters do not. I just noticed my mirror is green as well. I guess that's kind of coincides. I didn't intentionally do that, but I just noticed, so that's super cute. I try to go in as lightly as I can. See how beautiful that is and how quickly it built up. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into... let's do this green Worldly right here, and we're going to take that over that one just very gently, kind of combining them together. I really don't know what look. When they initially asked about doing this palette, I already in mind was like, I want to use this palette because I did just get it, and it's very pretty. And I used it one other time, like I said, and I did such a pretty look using all of the shades in the palette. I was able to achieve that. You guys know my motto. I love to try to use every shade in a palette that I can if possible. See how that built up just so pretty. And I'm just taking my brush so lightly, and I'm just doing like those circular motions without really like, you know what I mean? Okay. Now, Let me grab my little sponge so I can clean off my edges a little bit. I got this little sponge in a pack from Ulta Beauty. It's just those like old school foamy sponges that would come in like your foundations and stuff like that, your powder foundations back in the day. I just bought a whole pack of these at Ulta because they were super inexpensive, and I thought they would be good for those cleanup edges, getting like any fallout, things like that. And so I picked those up. I forgot, I think it came in like a pack of 4 or 6 for like maybe $1.99 to $2. I can't remember, but definitely like, and you can wet it and use it for your foundation. I haven't tried it that way yet either, but they are those spongy ones that you can wet like your beauty blender. They're just flat. Okay, so now I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is the e.l.f. crease brush. And I'm going to take that aviator, which is that real dark brown. Now this one I have to be very careful because it's so pigmented. I'm going to tap off, and I'm just going to put a little bit in that outer part. Just a tad. I don't want this to be super like smoky or anything like that. I just want a little buildup, as you can see. You barely dab your brush in that, because if you go too heavy, you're going to get a lot of pigment. It's very pigmented and very powdery. But do you see how pretty that is? Like, see how quickly that built up? I love that. It's kind of giving like a smokiness to the eyes. Love it. Whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to bring over to the side. Over this way, just whatever's left. Okay, so there we are there. So we've already used 3 of the 5 shades. Now I'm going to take this green Astral Lambs, which is like more of a deeper green. Take that with my finger. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to take that. You guys know I love putting Colourpop shimmers with my finger because I feel like they do so much better. I'm going to go right here in this part of the eye, almost to the whole thing, keeping it like away from this part and starting it there, and then kind of stopping a quarter in, where I'm leaving like a quarter to a little bit less than a quarter of the lid space, just like that. Very pretty. Because what I want to do is go in with that lighter green, which is called Twirl, and we're going to put that in that inner corner and just kind of brighten that up, pop it. Quickly go in, like I said, with this shimmer one. I'm going to use a brush just because I can't get my finger in that inner corner. It gets a little difficult for me because my fingers are a little bit fatter. So I'm going to take this small Luxie brush. Hopefully it picks it up well. And I'm going to place it right here. Excuse me. My throat is hurting again. This weather up and down is affecting me so bad. We had all week, last week, we had like 60s and upper 70s, even a couple 80s. And then yesterday, Saturday, was like 40 something degrees, and we're wearing jackets and everything and freezing our butts off. It's like, and so I wake up today and my throat is just like not having it. It's like, no, ma'am. And I feel very swollen in here. Like it's painful to touch right in here. And you can kind of see where I'm a little swollen. I mean, I do technically have a double chin all the time, but you can see I'm pretty swollen in this area and even in my neck. So yeah, it's just, the weather everywhere is just ridiculous. It's up and down, hot, cold, hot, cold. It doesn't know what it wants to do, you know. We've had some rain as well. And then we had the other day possible couple thunderstorms where I had little light hail. I'm like, okay, this is happening a little early, but okay, I don't know what you're doing. So yeah. Look how beautiful that shade is, though. I wish my phone would do it justice. Like, I don't even feel like it's doing it justice. Can you see that in there? Like, I feel like my phone is just not doing it. Take the Soft Touch again from Essence, and I'm going to just take that in my brow bone area and lightly dust it to just kind of carve out that brow so it's not so stark, I guess, or so unbalanced, I guess is the word I want to say. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take just a loose brush like this, and I'm going to just dust away any extra to kind of blend everything together. There we go. Use this green mascara since the theme is St. Patrick's, and St. Patrick's, you know, is usually everything green. So I'm going to use my Clinique, but I'm going to do that off camera because I don't want to take forever. I do like this mascara. It's the new High Impact Hi-fi Full Volume Mascara. It does have fibers. And I do like the wand on it as well. That is what it looks like. And when I initially started to use this, I did not like it, in all honesty. But I feel like it's because it was so wet. It was such a wet formula. But I feel like it's the type of product that after you use it for some time, then it just gets better and better. It's so easy to remove as well with water. You just wet your fingers and go over your lashes. Wet your lashes and gently go on it, and it just comes right off. But I feel like this has become one of my favorites. And I feel like it's not as wet as it was initially. Sometimes it can be. I do still get it on my lid. That's the only downside, is it's a little wet, too wet for my liking. But look at that compared to this side. So good. And I like the wand because the wand is, it's like curved. So you got a bigger end and then it goes skinny, which is really nice. But yeah, I like this mascara. This is after one coat, and then add some to the lower lashes as well. In just a minute, I want to go ahead and just take a couple of these shades. I'm going to do the Hover, I think it's called, and Roadly, these two. And I'm going to blend them together on the lower lash line. Okay, very pretty. A little bit on my lower lashes. I'm going to take this Rimmel Scandalize in Nude and just put it on my waterline. See how I just popped it and brightened it up? Love that. Let's go ahead and do a lip. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in Dusty Rose, and this Anastasia lip product in Pure Hollywood Lip Velvet. This is their new lip mousses, I guess you would call it. Look how pretty that is. I do find that these are still a little drying, like her, even though it's a mousse texture, it does feel very moussey. It doesn't feel as tight as her normal liquid lips. But I do find that, like, you didn't even see any dry patches on my lips. But as soon as I put this on, it was like it just lifted them or something. I don't know how to explain it. It's so pretty, but I'm still testing it out to see if I want to keep it because it was $20-something. It's such a beautiful shade. The combo is so pretty. Okay, guys. So this is the completed look. I really do like it. I think this inner corner is so, so beautiful. Look at the lashes. That was just one coat. I only did one coat. So guys, definitely check out the ladies' channels. They will be linked down below. This is just a quick put together St. Patrick's Day look. If it's something you'd want to wear to work, this is just an idea that you could do. I would say it's like an everyday look. It could be an evening look. You could smoke it up a little more with that darker brown. But I really do like this. I would wear this to work, like on St. Patrick's Day if I did work. I think I do. I'm not sure though. But yeah, guys, so this is going to complete this video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.